inside a place that I thought I'd never leave. Broke the pattern of the past, and now at last a better me. Circle like a vulture in the desert where the trees are dead. I thought before, but now I don't think. Now I just believe instead.
Now you're on my time, I know it's the right time. Just let my light shine, I'm out of my right mind. I'm using my left side, it's usually the best side. You choose it, then let's ride. Don't confuse it with less pride. We ain't on the same timeline. Visions 20, that's my eyesight. They've been trying to take me out from my blind side. I can see it first coming with my hindsight.
Welcome to the Matrix. This is episode 1 of Wave Runner Podcast. I am your host, Pink Clouds Rising.
Yo, and I'm Saber. What's up?
So, this is the first time we're doing this podcast here. We're not on no NPR shit. He told me to speak up.
Yeah.
So, my daughter's asleep. She did tell us to just shut the fuck up. Literally.
Literally.
But
she's got a mouth like a sailor.
We're gonna keep it down for her, but we're not on NPR shit. I still got the metronome going in the background.
Oh, for real?
There we go. I wasn't gonna bust a freestyle for you guys. So we turned that shit off real quick. All right. So we got a couple topics that we're gonna chop up tonight. I think the major one is gonna be gematria.
Yeah.
Something that I guess I've recently gotten into. Being into conspiracies and stuff, I've heard the term, you know what I mean? But I think 2019 is when I started seeing people actually talk about it on Twitter.
When did you say you heard it?
Probably about 2019 is when I started seeing actual gematria and people saying things about numbers.
But
you know what I mean?
Heard of it before that?
Yeah, I heard it in you know what I mean? Like the things I would listen to on YouTube and shit like that.
But how far before 2019?
Oh, I'd say around 2012 with all that weird 2012 shit. You know.
Oh, okay. Is that when you first started getting into
conspiracies?
Yeah.
Even before that, you know what I mean. Leading up to that.
Oh, okay.
You know.
You told me you used to buy Alex Jones mixtapes.
Yeah. Now.
VHS.
Now I'm embarrassed of that, but probably still have them in my closet. He used to put out these VHS tapes. You know what I mean. He was on YouTube. Now he's banned off of YouTube.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He was on Andrew Schultz. He's a comedian.
Okay.
He was on his podcast. I just watched it today, and he's wilding out, dude. He's hilarious.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's why I say I'm embarrassed, because now he's a meme. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're painting him don't take him serious. He's just a joke. He's just joking around
I really feel like guys like that where I didn't understand it while watching their stuff, but they're basically tools, you know what I mean, for misinformation and disinformation.
Yeah. Right.
So that quote unquote normal people will look at, people who question things as crazies like Alex Jones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just something easy that you can say.
Well, I think maybe he's not even that crazy, but they want him to look crazy because he gets shit right sometimes. But I guess
Yeah, and that's what I feel with misinformation and disinformation. You're always going to put a lot of the truth out there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people aren't going to believe that shit because then there's all this other crazy shit that they fill it with. You know what I mean? Talking and this is not saying I don't believe in some of this shit, but reptilian, hybrid, alien, supercomputers, right?
And they use that to make you think
he's fucking crazy, and they're telling you about these real things, how the CIA brought cocaine in and 9/11 and these things that you can actually prove, but then they're talking about all this other wild shit.
Well, he did say he learned if a story comes out about you, the best thing to do to hide that more scandalous story is to come out with another story.
See, and when people are even talking about shit like that to me, I'm like, where did you even get that? That's some disinformation shit.
Yeah, because
all of a sudden, you know, everyone's paying attention to this now.
Yeah.
And, you know, the shit that happened before is like...
it's like wag the dog shit. Like, look over here, you know what I mean?
But, so we got on a tangent there, but so
gematria.
Gematria, yeah.
Yeah, here, I'm going to actually go... I pulled this up later, or earlier. I'm in the future there.
Always in the future.
Yeah, like I said, welcome to the Matrix. Alright, so gematria is an alphanumeric code of assigning numerical value to a name, word, or phrase based on its letters. A single word can yield multiple values.
It can be letters too.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just numbers.
Yeah, well, it's basically the numbers
and letters.
Yeah, equate to each other. It's like numerology, basically. But... So I'll go on a little bit into it. Gematria is a Hebrew alphanumeric code or cipher that was, they're saying, probably used in the times and was later adopted by other cultures. It is still widely used in the Jewish culture, they're saying. And then there's similar systems out there in other languages and cultures.
Not to cut you off, but
no.
People, if they're listening and they hear what's going on outside, we literally are next door to like one of the biggest dispensaries in Tucson, one of the most busiest ones.
Yeah. So
we both work at dispensaries, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
He got me into the job.
Now
I don't know if I should say their name or not, you know. But yeah, local dispensary.
Yeah.
We worked in the lab together.
Yeah, this guy's over here processing hash. We're both, you know, connoisseurs of cannabis. We're going to be talking about that a lot on this podcast as well. But yeah, right next door to this location where we're recording is a block party constantly. People lining up because recreation just went green in Arizona, no pun intended.
We're in Tucson, Arizona, too. It's all those people who might be in other countries, maybe.
Yeah, shout out to Sifu in Slovakia, one of our good friends.
Also, shout out T-Rav in Canada. We might get him as a guest.
What's up, T-Rav? Making dope-ass beats, I remember you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, looking into gematria, we did a little... and again, what do you know about gematria? Because remember what I told you? You had kind of mentioned something when we worked together about it.
I heard about it on, so I sound like a basic bitch when I say this, but I heard it on Tinfoil Hat podcast.
Yeah, no, nothing
and,
wrong with that.
Well, like that fool, I can't believe I can't remember his name right now.
Is it Tripoli or no?
Yeah, Sam Tripoli.
Yeah.
He's, like, I love his comedy, and that's why I watch his podcast, because I loved him, and, you know, I know stuff, but I don't know everything as deep as you. So, like, at first, I really liked his podcast, but he doesn't read or anything. Like, all that he's learned is, I started learning that all that he's learned is what he's learned from that podcast. So I kind of stopped watching.
Yeah.
But I forgot what my point was even going to be.
You heard gematria.
Yeah. I heard him mention it on there, and I was like, what is that? And I Googled it, and then just started watching gematria videos. And the first one I watched was about Kobe Bryant.
So sports.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was not first introduced, but started seeing more stuff, just like you, with sports. There's a lot of numbers in sports.
Yeah, there's a lot of and there's a lot of secret stuff going on, like, behind all those people making all that money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
they're
things...
basically puppets for mass media, or for marketing on TV and commercials. Like, yeah,
that's a perfect way to actually articulate it.
Like, people want to be them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even for a while, like, you know, when I was making music, I wanted to be a celebrity.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
We can't lie, like, we're doing a podcast right now, but we're really doing this because we're just homies and this is fun. So
no, don't lie to them, dude. We're trying to.
If people listen, that's awesome, you know.
Joe Rogan, watch the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding.
So, with the gematria, is there any, like, examples you can...
Well, like you were saying, with the Kobe Bryant thing, that goes into, like, with his death. And so there's some other guys that are doing, like, a lot of work. And so I'm just going to be upfront and honest, because you know I always am. gematria is not something that I know a lot about, but it is a subject that I feel is super important right now. And I'm starting to learn more about it. So I can't give any exact examples where I can line up the numbers.
I see it as like with computers, they have their code and algorithm, and that's the computer code that is built in the computer to make it run. So like our code is all these symbols and numbers and letters. Like that's literally like, because we do believe in the, what's that theory? I can't even
like the simulation theory.
Simulation theory.
I'm huge on that.
I'm really stoned. That's why I couldn't.
We smoked a joint called the Biscot before we did this.
Yeah,
real quick.
Biscotti.
It was the Biscotti.
It was rather dank. I don't like saying dank, but it had like that deep, like OG.
Yeah, that was a really good way to put it. Deep OG, kind of like Girl Scout OG mix.
But yeah, I see it as like, it's the math equation that makes our system run.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we're gonna tap into in another episode is when I heard about gematria, I also heard about the term called mayat, and that's what the ancient let's call them, what are they called, the chemists, or Kemet, the people of Kemet, which was the real name of Egypt. That's what they understood as math. And when they said mayat, they didn't mean math like we know it as 1 + 1. They understood mayat as the mathematical system that runs everything. And so, like, looking into gematria and how certain things, like with these celebrities and their deaths, line up with the numbers, and like lining up to their names and their birth dates and numbers that, like their jerseys, number. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. It makes me question now, because these people that I look into about gematria, they say that there is one, cabal that's running the numbers, to set these things up for ritualistic practices. But I almost want to do more research and like see beyond that. Is this gematria that they're pointing out, these coincidences, are these synchronicities, is this the mayat that the Egyptians were talking about?
I don't know if they had the same written...
No, not at all.
Language, so...
What I'm saying is, like, basically, like, each... You know how every different culture has an understanding of something, but they articulate it in different ways, like religion, you know what I mean? Like, is that their way of explaining gematria?
I kind of see numbers as, like... I mean, at least in our reality, like, they do make sense, like... They do add up, like...
Yeah, they make the most sense,
like,
Even,
1 + 1 is 2, like, duh.
Yeah.
Like, so it fits, like, So it's
that's
weird,
that's what I'm saying. Is there a deeper understanding that we are missing with these numbers?
Okay.
I
used to think, like, numbers are trippy, like, so you're telling me a whole other civilization, race, species, they use the same math as us? Like,
that shit's crazy.
There's
crazy.
No way that there's got to be another way that they do it. So it must be just the energy. And
when you say it like that, dude, that trips me out. Excuse my burp there into the mic. Because they say that when we meet another race of aliens, they're doing some sort of ultra crazy physics to make their craft fly. Can be computed in the same kind of math.
That doesn't make sense in our...
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Like using gravity to propel themselves.
Exactly. We don't understand it yet.
Those movements don't make sense in our physics.
Yeah. But could they? You know what I mean? Is it something that we're just not understanding?
It's just a further advancement
of quote-unquote math or physics or whatever. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
So because my brother, like, I do a podcast with my brother, Beers on the Bench.
Shout out.
If you guys like sports and beer and just fucking manly shit,
go subscribe.
Yeah.
Where can they follow that at?
On Anchor.
Nice.
Beers on the Bench. we're gonna get this podcast on Anchor.
That's where we're gonna be as well,
and we'll be on Spotify and iTunes. So
hell yeah,
that Anchor distributes podcasts to Spotify.
That's awesome. Yeah, you were telling me about that. So that's where we're gonna be.
We're gonna have this weekend, and I don't know if this will come out before that or after, but we're gonna have an actual professional baseball player that went pretty far in the majors.
Interview?
And was on like the A's team. This kind of brings it back. The A's team that, you know, they disassembled everybody and just went by the stats and not like the actual talent of the players. They went with the numbers. And
you serious?
And they ended up winning like the World Series and shit. And he was on that team.
What year was that? Because I'm gonna look into that. That's wild.
It's that movie with Brad Pitt and the fat Jewish kid that made the '90s movie.
I don't know who you're talking about. We're definitely gonna find this one out.
From when that kid has the Hawaiian license. What do they call it?
I totally do not know what you're talking about, so I can't back you up.
Everyone listening to this is like, you guys are idiots.
They know what it is too. They're saying that movie. I have no idea what you're talking about. But
what was I gonna look up again?
The year that this happened, that the A's did this.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm gonna look into, and I was gonna
Moneyball. That's
Moneyball. There we go. I'm gonna watch that movie, and I'm also just gonna look into the year, because there's a guy that I follow who does the gematria. His name is Zach Hubbard. He does Gematria News Effect. This guy predicts who's gonna win games. He'll make you money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He predicted.
I think I seen they had one of these dudes on Sam Tripoli's podcast.
Oh yeah.
And he's been on ESPN and all this shit, and they have him on those shows predicting who's gonna win. And shit.
And he's using gematria, so you people know you can make money. There's people all over Twitter. I haven't tried it yet. I don't really personally want to use the numbers for my gain, but it's cool to see people able to do that personally. And then what we were talking about earlier is life path numbers. So before this,
it was 2002, I guess, was the Moneyball team.
2002. All right. So 22. That's 4. You know, I'm trying to get into it, the breakdown of the numbers and stuff. When it's 22, that means it's 4.
It was their 102nd season as a franchise.
Do you see the 2s in there?
Yeah, and then their record was 103 and 59.
103. So that's 4, and then 59, 9 and 5. 14. I don't know. I'd have to write it down.
So you're doing 1 plus 3. Right?
Yeah, you're like adding the numbers. You're like basically reducing it.
Because 0 doesn't have a number. Like, you just get rid of 0.
Yeah.
So it's 1 plus 3, 4. Yeah. And then 5 plus 9, 14.
4 plus 1.
And then
5.
There's the 4s and 14 and 2.
Yeah.
2 goes in the 4. And 7 times 2 is 14.
And I mean, this is us not even really knowing anything about gematria, just pointing out that you can see, and that's the weird thing is once you get into even the slightest bit of gematria, and you start seeing these coincidental numbers all throughout
they've
sports.
Won 20 consecutive games.
Yeah, that's a joke. Do you know what I mean? Once you start seeing that.
August 13th to September 4th.
I wonder if you add that up, what is that,
4. August 13th is 4. And August is the 8th fucking month of the year.
Yeah.
Which is 4.
Yeah. So.
And September 4th.
Bam.
I was born in September.
Yeah, so getting into that, what is your life path number?
I believe I'm 2. 2, I believe, yeah. I actually have a fucking generator
Oh, yeah, nice. A life path generator. I did that too. I came a 4 is what I was. And it's what's weird with me is my birthday, 5/4/1984. Right now, my phone number, 4444. Don't call me, please. I'm going to edit that out.
Oh, shit. I got it. You got to remind me to edit that out.
We will.
Dude, we used to put... back in the day, we used to put our phone number in the raps and our fucking house number. Because, like, that was our bar. We rap, too. We make music and shit.
Yeah.
We've been making music together over a decade. We've known each other, like, at least 15 years.
Yeah, this is my brother right here. So it's awesome that we're able to do this and bring this knowledge to the masses. Not much knowledge, just more fun.
Yeah, my life path number is 2.
2 and 4. That's
September 15th, 1985. So the breakdown is 9 equals 9, the 9th month of the year. 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6. So you got 9 and 6. Then it's 1985. 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 5 equals 2 plus 3, which equals 5. So you got 9, 6, 5. 9 plus 6 plus 5 is 20. And then 2 plus 0 is 2. So that's how I get. That's how you get the life.
It's basically reduced down.
Yeah.
And what is some of the qualities of the life path number 2?
You find yourself attracted to a life, building and nurturing relationships. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. That's the reason why we're doing this podcast. So you got a reason to hang out with you.
Yeah, no, this dude literally hit me up and said that. So, I mean, that, like, fits his quality right there.
I was like, dude, we both have mics. We both, like, what are we doing? Like, we don't need my brother's stuff to do it.
Yeah. That's what's awesome, dude. We tried last week to do this. And I thought even this week when you came over, I was like, oh, we probably don't have the right equipment again. But here we are.
Yeah.
Bam. So dope.
I kind of felt that energy from you. Like, you're like, all right, well, because you said we'll do a practice run. And I was like...
Yeah, I didn't think... I'm being honest. I'm always honest. No. I didn't think it was going down.
No, for sure. Then that's always, I can't act like that wasn't in the back of my head. Like, what if it fucking...
Yeah, because the one thing about me is...
Because we tried to do this last week. It didn't work.
I don't know much about technical things and computers and all that, so I'm like, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Kyle came over here, hooked it up. Got a little sweaty, but bam.
I got a lot sweaty. I run hot. That's what I tell people.
He runs hot.
In the lab, dude, I'm in the room where we keep the shatter, so it's 60 degrees.
Oh, shit. Iceman over here.
Yeah.
Bro, we were outside. I was cold as shit. He's sweating, so you would think he'd be even colder, and he's chilling.
Yeah, I'm chill. I'm not sweating anymore.
No, you good.
I was just, like, nervous and then wanting to set it up, blah, blah, blah.
No, he was hella quick with setting it up, too. Life path number 4, I'm going to look up some qualities, see if they match me, see if it's just some mumbo-jumbo. So, month... Man.
But yeah, if I read through mine, it's pretty accurate. I'm a Virgo, so anything with my shit, it's usually right. And I was born like late, so I should have been a Leo probably.
Oh damn, okay.
But
that's dope.
I didn't want to come out.
My daughter's a Virgo.
I love my mom. Shout out my mom.
Yeah, I get that. I'm a mama's boy as well.
Shout out Mike Coven for hooking us up with the mixer, dude.
Yes.
I was starting to freak out because I'm like, man, if I order it on Amazon, it's not gonna get here by Friday, and like waiting for Mike, and I don't want to be an asshole. Like, hurry up, Mike.
Oh yeah, for no reason. Like, give us your mixer.
Yeah, so
we gotta have him on here. He's down.
I didn't want to be like, bro, get the mixer, because if you don't fucking look for it now, I'm gonna have to order it, and it might not come till Friday. Like,
yeah. Oh my god!
And Mike would have been like,
I love
"Bro,
your honesty.
Who are you talking to?"
Like what?
Mike would have,
Like what?
Mike's my dude. We have deep conversations. I wanted him to come do this with us. Maybe I told him, if he wants to come try it.
Yeah, I would love.
But he would be more the devil's advocate.
I'm with it. That's dope, actually.
Yeah.
We need that sometimes.
Because he was like, great, you guys are doing an esoteric podcast. Like, I have to deal with this shit every day. Because his girlfriend, Andrea, is kind of... I've known her, like, a long time.
Oh, is she into that shit?
Yeah. She makes art out of different flowers and stuff. Like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
They're both good people.
Oh, yeah, man. Always a good guy.
I went over...
Thank you so much.
One day that I went over there, they just asked me if I wanted to come have some French toast. And
what?
I went over and had some French toast.
That sounds like a Canadian
toast.
thing right there. You know?
Maybe. She did. I'm not going to say it.
He's going to say something.
I was going to say she has some beady eyes. But his girlfriend's beautiful, so I don't...
She might have some Canadian, you were going to say? Nothing wrong with Canadian.
beady-eyed Canadian.
I'm Canadian.
Yeah,
shout out the Canucks. That's why I was saying that. It's because we're always high. All right, so...
But she might hear this, so I didn't...
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know if she's high, but...
No, she won't listen.
Good. Life path number 4, because I did May 4th, 1984, so 5 equals 5, 4 equals 4, 1984, 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 4 equals 22. 5 plus 4 plus 22 equals 31. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Life path number 4 is the worker. The life of the life path number 4 is one to work and discipline and feel stable. And literally, that is my day-to-day fucking battle. I mean, so yeah.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Life path number 4.
Well, I know that, but the trait
is one of work and discipline and to feel stable.
Okay, yeah.
You do not like taking shortcuts, and often feel the best way to do anything is through dedication and perseverance. You can see through the get-rich-quick scheme. Facts.
Yeah. Pessimist.
You know, I try to work my ass off every day so that I don't have to struggle, basically. And, yeah.
Some people think they don't fucking have to, and they can mooch off other people hustling and working hard.
Dude, and
they just sit back and leech off other people.
Yeah.
When they have opportunity to.
Like, even like more opportunity than like a hard worker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what's fucked up.
And they're not taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I feel like
it's probably something just when you mature, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because there was a lot of opportunities that I passed up. Even the job that you're still at, that I left, I feel like if I would have been there, I would have, been further than where I'm at with the company that I'm at now. Let's just put it that way.
Well, you guys just didn't. You've stayed there for a long time.
And they're good people, nothing against them.
It just didn't. Because you have the business mind and like...
Yeah, there's things that I wanted them to do and all that kind of stuff.
And they didn't want to listen to you.
No, not at all. Why? I mean, why would they?
But once Eddie, kind of took the reins, shit got better. But...
Because Eddie did have visions like I did.
Kind of pushed out by family.
Yeah, and I mean, that's okay. It's all good. No hard feelings. I love what they're doing.
Yeah, you would do the same, right? Like, if you had the business, like, my family, like, you can't, in this
I don't
business,
know.
You gotta trust people, but...
If my family was as good as workers as the other dudes, yeah. But, you know what I mean? Because
shout out Fernando, though. Fernando always... Oh, fuck.
Fernando's the hardest worker besides you there. You know what I mean? He's a badass.
He always tells me to tell you what's up.
Yeah, he's a badass, dude. He's a really good worker. Me and him connected as, people, as, humans. You know what I mean? And that's rare to do at work.
He legit felt bad that I didn't get the lead extractor job. He legit felt bad for a few days.
Oh, yeah.
And I was man...
He's such a good human being, that guy.
Yeah.
Straight up. Shout out to good people.
And he runs and runs and runs.
Oh, yeah, real healthy guy. You got to, you be healthy body, healthy mind. Shout out to Miles.
I told him we're doing this. He was like, hell yeah, congratulations.
Nice, dude.
And if I haven't played my music there in forever because I'm like, fuck y'all, you guys don't care. Like, I'm bothering you guys with this.
Yeah.
But whenever I used to, Fernando would be like, man, you're getting better. This sounds a lot better.
That's
like,
so funny. Dude. Those dudes love your shit, man. Like, honestly, Miles and Eddie like your shit. They may not say they do, but they do.
Adam we lived together for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I didn't hang around you that whole time.
Yeah.
Remember that?
He was kind of like the drunk, like I was talking about with my lady's brother. Like,
yeah. Oh, was he mad at you and shit?
Yeah. I got loud with him like the last week we were there over some dishes. Because he just did the dishes and we got home and dirtied one dish and we wanted to go get... Putting my drama out there. We wanted to go get food at the mall before it closed, so there was one dish, and he like texted Siobhan like, "I just did the dishes. Like, what is up with this?"
Oh, God.
And I got home. I was like, "Dude, we just got home." Like, I yelled. Like, it was awkward at work too for a while.
That's funny. Roommate shit. That's why I can never have a roommate ever.
And at like some point, also I don't relate with them like at all. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just the lifestyle and shit like that.
By myself. And I think they get that vibe. Like, yeah, we're not going to be friends outside of work. Like,
oh, yeah.
But we'll respect our,
That's kind of how, like, I don't want to be, like, what, we're going to all go chill in the living room and fucking watch Friends?
Yeah.
You feel me? Fuck, no. Yeah. I could never do that personally.
I never hung out with Adam once. When I lived with them,
I had one roommate.
I felt bad for him because I wanted to get him late. Oh yeah, he showed the landlord's niece up my music, and her name's Claire.
Claire.
And so her sister is a stripper, but when you see them, you think she's the stripper. When they're like, guess, because they're sisters. And
yeah, guess who's the stripper?
And they always say her because she's got big.
Who it wasn't Claire?
Like no,
not Claire.
It was her hippie sister.
Oh my God.
She sings and shit too, so I recorded her because he told her about my music and like they were like,
we'll cut you
twerking to it. And
some
shit.
Rent. We'll cut your rent.
But if I wasn't with, like, she was totally. I got vibes that she was trying to come on to me.
She was vibing.
Yeah.
She was trying to twerk on your shirt.
It was awkward. It was hella awkward.
She was all fucking bumping and grinding while she was recording.
Shout out bro Samson, when he was in town, she texted and said, "I want to record." And I was like, "My buddy from New York is in town. Like I can't record right now. Like I got to use all this time to record him while he's here."
Shout out,
and
bro.
she was like, "You can't stop for just like an hour and like record me?"
No, shout out, bro.
I got so pissed at her, dude. I didn't even respond to that. I was like, "Are you serious? I just told you, like, my homie came here from New York."
Yeah, people are
to
wild.
Hang out.
They don't even. Well, dude, that's
record.
One thing. Like that text sucks. You don't get any emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm like, dude.
I guess.
Well, and that's why I mean, in people.
Seen from her side, I can't. Yeah.
But people, what I'm saying is,
it could have been like, "Oh, he's got like this black dude from New York, like, right, in Tim's and shit, like, you don't. Oh, you got a rapper from New York in your house, ooh."
Yeah.
But if you meet bro Samson, it's like, no, he's like us.
Well, dude, he's hella fucking vibing with the fashion and shit. He makes us look like fucking square ass Walmart nerds.
I got this hat. He bought this hat when he was down here.
Yeah.
And ever since I seen him with that hat, I was like, I gotta get that hat.
Yeah,
I finally got it.
Bros,
checks over stripes.
One of the more fashionable people I've ever met.
I'm wearing a black Nike hat for those visual people out there.
What do I got? Do I got my sesh hat?
You got your sesh hat.
Old school hat. Old school sesh.
It's
logo.
got some patina.
Yeah, it looks like it's. My daughter says it's brown.
It needs patina though. If you listen to sesh.
Yeah. I mean, I love it.
And if y'all listen to Sesh and you're listening to this, then hell yeah.
Wow, shout out. I mean, for the real ones that know, shout out to Elmo and his brother El and the whole squad.
Do you want to... So that reminds me about the Young Lean.
Oh, there we go.
To me, I think it's fucked up how all these... Like, we're older.
Yeah.
so we seen the hip hop scene, and the biggest thing was beef. No one was doing drugs. No one was talking about, psychological issues.
No. It wasn't back then. It wasn't a manly thing to do. Was to talk about your feelings. Why do that? Let's talk shit to each other.
So now in this era, these young kids are blowing up, and the era before them, they're salty. They don't want to help these kids.
Oh, fuck no.
So these kids are fucking dying. Like,
no OGs like these guys had, basically. And
they got no OGs.
Yeah. I sound goofy saying that shit, but that's real. Having an OG back in the day.
I think it's fucking sad, man.
We got like one of the artists that I can remember, and my chakra or my crown chakra is buzzing right now. Shout out to Six Dogs, because I was just about to reference you, and my crown chakra started buzzing. So shout out to that soul right there.
That's why I wanted to bring up Young Lean and all this, because
you were leading there. That's wild to me.
Yeah, Six Dogs, man. He's such a happy kid,
and that's where
that's chemical imbalance of some kind in his head, and the pressure of becoming big and famous that young so fast.
I mean, there was a quote that Pigeons and Planes or one of these dudes put out. You know me, Kyle, I'm a real spiritual dude, so he was talking about confidence and fear, and the statement, it was one of his last interviews.
Oh, so he was on Pigeons and Six Dogs.
It sounded like he could have been talking about some spiritual shit, like being confident that he knew where he was gonna go if he left this world.
Dude, I fucking spilled Mountain Dew on my $140 kit.
Oh, fuck no. Where's the ratchet hoe to lick it off? We don't have any.
I gotta pick her up from work after this.
Stop.
No. That's my bae.
Yeah, but
I gotta get some Shoevinator though, and that's a dope brand that came from Tucson.
Shout out Shoevinator.
And they helped Why Not do that. Remember that battle he did with the shoe fucking?
Oh yeah.
The shoe trade, what is that called?
I don't know.
Shout out Why Not too. I fucking love Why Not. I don't know if he'll ever hear this either. He might find out we're doing this podcast. I'm not sure, but.
One of the dopest MCs in Tucson, great battle rapper, just an all-around good person.
He has super drive and determination.
Just a good guy.
And he's a renaissance man,
Yes, and an entrepreneur. Yeah, just a good energy.
He's doing the store downtown in Tucson with Robbie. They just opened up.
Shout that out!
Sneaker shop.
There we go.
It's right next door to Generation Cool.
Wave Runner is about supporting local Tucson, and I mean local anywhere, but we're Tucsonans, so local Tucson shops get huge shout outs here, and we support you guys. If we
fuck with you and we like your shit, we support that fully.
Yeah, and we tell others go over there and support that, please.
Yeah, so if you're in Tucson, Generation Cool, they were on Netflix. Slobby Robbie had his own series on Netflix.
Fucking huge for Tucson, Slobby Robbie. Come on, shout the fuck out.
And so they took over the old Rep Tuck.
Yeah, you were telling me about that, man. That's so fucking cool.
And it's crazy because I remember when that store opened, I was with Why Not.
Before
it opened, and they did a dope job. They didn't know how to hang sheetrock and shit, but they did it all themselves, and it looked like hella.
You talk
clean.
about the Rep Tuck kids.
Yeah.
Those kids are fucking the shit too. Shout out them for holding Tucson down for a long time.
Yeah, it looked clean, because I've done construction, I could see the little errors and mistakes, but their vision
for them
and what they did, it was so fresh, dude.
Man, for a minute they were flexing on Tucson.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Just some young kids that just
everyone had a
thing.
Rep Tuck shirt.
I work
I didn't want to wear one.
I work at the dispo, and I see motherfuckers come in there with Rep Tuck tattoos. So let's be real.
Oh,
that's some real shit right there. You know what I mean?
I like the underestimated city shit. That was fire.
Yeah,
they're good peeps too.
Shout out all those.
But
dudes.
So they took over that, and so. The work that they did is perfect for the shoe store because it has these nice lights, and it's the perfect little cubby for the shoes to fit in.
Oh wow!
So yeah, they got all kinds of designer sneakers, and if you've never heard Slobby Robbie, he does. He goes to like Savers and
vintage
shopping,
vintage,
and he likes that knockoff shit just because he likes the flex.
It's dope.
And he actually grew up with my girlfriend and her brother.
He's a local Tucson hip hop head. I remember seeing him when I was young, just at shows and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and I know his favorite rapper is Biz Markie.
Oh, that's fire. Okay.
I used to not understand because he'd have stickers, and like and this is how people look at other people on the come up. So it's like a lesson to learn.
Yeah.
He always had stickers of his own face, and I'm like, who does this guy think he is? Like, but I didn't know what he was doing, and he totally is like. He's got his image and brand.
The shit. Like, yeah, he knew what he was doing before we knew what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was branding himself before we even knew what the fuck that was.
And I knew...
As rappers. We were rappers and we didn't even know what the fuck
he hung out with the rappers and was at the rap shows, but he wasn't a rapper, so he found his spot in the culture.
And look at him now. Fucking shout out to that guy. Seriously, that's awesome, man. Seriously, I love shit like that. You know?
I wish we could have gone to the Wu-Tang pizza party, but
I missed out.
I was exhausted. I fell asleep.
Single pops here, didn't have a ride down there. Wanted to make it, and since we're here, I'm shouting out my guy from Over the Counter Pizza who collabed with Slobby Robbie.
Okay.
Friend of mine that I met through the dispo. Started his own pizza shop. He was working at a restaurant.
Say the name one more time.
Over the Counter Pizza. He has a pizza food truck, man. Very inspiring. So.
Yeah, that's one of my brother's dreams too, to have, because he likes the Chicago deep dish.
Ooh, that shit's bomb.
Because he's from Tucson, but you would have swore he grew up in Illinois.
Is he like a Cubs or White Sox fan?
White Sox.
Okay.
His mentor, Coach G, the Ice Cats' longtime historic coach, Coach Giabnowski.
Oh yeah, I've even heard of him.
He is from Chicago.
Okay.
So
deep roots there. With your brother.
He was helping because my brother was gonna go. He did go pro. He played professionally.
Yeah. No, I remember that time.
He like took him to White Sox games and
just got him
Cardinals
a vibe.
games, and he just like fell in love with Chicago.
Oh yeah, man.
Even his wife, her family's from Illinois.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. So you can fucking go there and shit. That's awesome. So we kind of got away from what we were talking about, but we're shooting the shit here. Two friends.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into, and we don't have much time. We may even tap into it next one.
Yeah.
But the Tupac and Biggie.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do their life path numbers.
Yeah.
Next time.
Because I believe that they're twin flames.
Yeah.
Pause. That if you don't know what a twin flame is, you might think it's on some lover type shit, but
no, yeah. I mean, research.
I don't know how else another word.
Energy, two energies that basically are balancing each other,
and that's just my theory,
which is a good theory, and I want to tap into it. Actually,
yeah.
That's why I was like, when you brought it up, because as somebody who's spiritual, and my homie Isaac always taught me this. Shout out Isaac. Everything that we do always has a spiritual reverberation, echo to it. You know what I mean? And so
we're all vibrating.
Yes, we're all in another realm, in a spiritual realm.
And when we feel the vibe, we're literally feeling
resonating.
It's like our seventh sense.
Yeah. And so these two beings, why did they keep hitting each other? Why did they keep colliding?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some spiritual energy behind that.
They flipped positions. Yeah.
So
not that that's a trait of twin flames, but they're often one and the same or complete opposites.
Yeah.
You know, opposites are one and the same, you know.
Yeah. And so to have those two people, from two different sides of the world. I mean, they're from the same part of the world, but just keep colliding those energies. And obviously, like, entertainment, they can set things up, but it even went, and that's what we were going to tap into, is it was before they were famous even. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because Pac thought Biggie set him up in the
in the studio.
But Biggie loved Pac. Like,
it wasn't that. It was some deeper shit that even Pac found out later. I don't even know what the dudes were, but like the Black Mafia, basically, in New York. And Pac raps about it in his Machiavelli albums. Like, he found out who actually set him up.
Do you know their name?
Like, you know that dude King Tut? He's referenced. Yeah. A couple other people. But these dudes are like serious, like dudes that have, you know, extensive criminal history, basically mafia ties. You know what I mean?
His whole family is Pac. They're all revolutionaries and shit.
And that's why I think it even goes deeper with him. You know, with the CIA and the Mossad and all that kinds of shit, where unknowingly his family could have been a part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could have
used.
Been like the first industry plant.
Yeah. That's kind of what. Yeah.
Of the whole like gangster rap and like, okay, we're gonna put you in movies and build you up as this character. When Biggie was really that. Like, Biggie was really that.
In the streets, had that respect.
And he was a thug. Like, he lived the thug life. He says that.
When you articulated that to me the other day, I was like, because I'm a huge Tupac fan and always will be, because, you know, the message that he did.
You can't hate on Pac. Like,
yeah, very strong message.
He knew what he
against
was doing.
Yeah, he was against the powers that be, even if they were using
Why do you think he got killed? Shit.
Yeah.
And to be so young like that.
Yeah, when you look at his age, man, like, what?
And Biggie.
Both those dudes were very powerful energies for their age. And obviously that's why, you know, they had to leave so early.
Is there anything else, like...
No, we're going to tap into it more next week. Want to give a thanks to everyone that listened this week. So we'll get in more to gematria, more weed, more fun shit. Shout out to the dude outside laughing. Shout out to my daughter. And
shout out Saga.
Yeah. All right. Exiting the Matrix.
We really appreciate you guys listening. If it started off slow, just bear with us. Like, I think we got in our groove today. I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Got in the pocket. So, give us a like, subscribe, share, tweet this shit, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Peace.
I was once lost inside a place that I